Hey you guys, so I have a library haul. Let me see. I grabbed these books from the main library here in Chicago, the Harold Washington Library. It's in downtown Chicago. And so I just thought, I know there are library haul videos on YouTube, but if you're on my channel and maybe you've never heard of library haul videos before, and this doesn't really interest you, I get it. I go to the library quite a bit. It's one of my favorite places, and it really helps me a lot because while I do invest in purchasing books like this one to help me with my dance education, it's nice to find books in the library too, because they can be expensive, and something like this one, I'm not sure if I could even find it to purchase it. Maybe online, I'm not really sure. These are really old books, so like this one, for example, let me see. This one says 1979, and the picture, the painting, whatever that I showed right now is let's see, the artist here, it says Covarrubias, I think. He sounds familiar. He might be a folk dancer, actually, because he sounds very familiar. And then it says here, Mexican native dances. There's another title here that says Regional Dances of Mexico. There's an introduction in here. Let's see. So there's a good number of dances that they're like showing here. So I'm just gonna show some of the pictures that are in here. This is the one with the flying dancers, which has become pretty popular the past few years, at least from what I can tell. This one is very popular, the Dance of the Deer. Let's see. So I just really love, for one, the quality of these pages. They feel really neat, and then the images, are really nice. This one is another very popular dance from the state of Michoacan. It's Dance of the Old Men. Let's see. And then here on the other side, they give you like a description of the dance, where it's from, just kind of a summary, like an overall information about the dance, which is really nice. I've seen this dance performed also. I myself haven't done it, but it's called Dance of the... I can't pronounce that, so I'm not going to try. The university where I graduated from, which is now known as University of Texas, Rio Grande Valley, I believe they did this dance shortly after I left, I think. Anyways, after I graduated. I'm pretty sure they did, because I think that's where I remember the costumes from. Here's another one, the Quetzal dance. So yeah, I just thought I'd go through some of these anyways. I have 4 books overall. So yeah, if you're a dance enthusiast or folkloric dancer, and you need info, or you want to keep your education going. Maybe you don't have the money to go back to school or to take workshops or to go to Mexico and learn about more dances, but you can go to your library, you can get on the internet at the library and try to figure things out for yourself. It's not the same, but it's something. And then they also have this towards the end of the book, just some info. What is it? other color books of Mexico. So this is pretty cool. And yeah. So this is the back of the book. I just thought this was a neat little book there at the library. And there were lots of other great materials, but they were only in the, what do you call it? I forget, but the section where you could not check out the books. So these were books that you could obviously actually check out. So this next one is also called, or actually kind of the same title, Dances of Old Mexico. The How to Perform the Dances of Old Mexico. And this one, let me see. Looking for, like, it says, this one says 1934. There's one of the first pages. So this one, there's quite a bit more in here. And they also, if you're, like, when I was studying dance, one of our courses was music for dancers. And so you learn how to read notes, and you learn the relationship between dance and music. So let's see. Here's a contents. Can you see that right there? Sorry. Contents. This is going to be a long video. Illustrations. So there's not as many illustrations in here, and they're not in color. But just so you can get an idea of what this book offers for each dance that they look at. So here's an illustration. And then, so this one goes more in depth about the dances. It gives you a pronunciation. It gives you, here you go, like formation, rhythm. Let's see. And then it explains each figure, each of those formations. So more details. It's very cool. I'm loving these books. So yeah, I hope to still find these books later on, or, you know, like if I want to purchase them. That's another nice thing, obviously, about the library. You can check out a book and look into it, and then see, you know, if you want to purchase it and like keep it in your stash. You know, so there's that one. The next one is on flamenco. And they had so many books. You know, I'm going from when I lived in even when I lived in Iowa, I think there wasn't that much of a variety of books. Of course, this is Chicago, and it's the biggest library in Chicago, I think, the Harold Washington Library. And so there was so much to choose from. So I'm really grateful for that. This one is The Art of Flamenco, Its History and Development Until Our Days. And I've read most of this book, and it's very informative. There's plenty of photos in here. Really neat photos, you can tell. Sorry for the glare. But it goes, like it says, through the history, and it goes through the music. It touches on the dancers, like some of the classic dancers. So, yeah, just some really neat info in here. And this one, when was this? This is from 1991, this book. And it's from, the author is Barbara Thiel-Cramer. So let's see. So yeah, here's the contents. But yeah, if I didn't mention the authors from the last book, well, I showed the page, but it's Norma Schwendener, PhD, and Averil Tibbels. Okay. So then the last book that I hauled is right here, called Dance Instruction, Science Applied to the Art of Movement by Judith A. Gray. And this has helped me a lot. Come up with a, I can't think of it right now. what I'm thinking of. But anyways, I was putting together some projects, and this helped me a lot. So in here you have, let me see here. I can tell you. This is from the year 1989. I think maybe the first edition was in 1939, it looks like. So here's some info on the first page of contents. So there's introduction, just to give you an idea. Chapter 2 is a conceptual framework for research in dance teaching. What's another one here? Chapter 6, dance in the curriculum and the curriculum in dance. So yeah, it just has a lot of good information in here. So this has helped me a lot. This is definitely one that I would like to purchase for myself to have here so that I can use it as a reference. And that's it. I just purchased those 4 books. A lot of times, even though, like I said, the Harold Washington Library had a lot to offer, I just grabbed a few books because I wanted to be able to really focus. I didn't want to grab 5, 6 books, whatever the limit is, and not really be able to go through them all and overwhelm myself. I didn't want to do that. So yeah, and then otherwise, the only other book I wanted to show was one that I found in a thrift store. So there's another tip, look at your thrift stores or even your libraries when they go through, like my library here, my local library, they've had kind of sales, I guess maybe when they're getting rid of older books. And so they're very affordable, and you could go there and see maybe if you find what you need at a better price. So anyways, this one is very popular, I think. Kraus, folk dancing. Let me see. So I probably purchased this for $1. And there's Richard Kraus. And I'm guessing there's newer editions of this book, because this one is, 1962. What I have here. So this one is really neat because it gives you folk dance teaching guides. It goes through the polka. It goes through dances from all over the world, folk dances. And then it gives you, here's one for the United States. It gives you how to break down the dance, formations, the songs used. It even has a chapter on folk festivals and special events. And of course, this is probably dated. It might not even be relevant now, but it's still neat. And then I like this here too. It gives you a classified list of dances that are in this book. What else? They touch on the folk dance costumes. They have this section on bibliography. What is it? A bibliography of useful books. So yeah, all kinds of good stuff in here. And like I said, it might not even be useful now, but it's still neat. So I definitely touch on this one a lot. I use it as a reference, and it says folk dancing, a guide for schools, colleges, and recreation groups. So I found this to be very useful. So yeah, that's it, everybody. I hope you're having a good day, night, wherever you may be. And thanks for watching. I hope you found this video to be useful. Of course, if you have any useful information for me, maybe you're a dance educator or you just, enthusiast, and you have some tips, info, please leave it down in the comments below, or you can private message me. And that's it. Bye, you guys. Ciao.